Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at ARM stock. So let's do the price action analysis on this thing and let's identify, are we still bullish going into this coming week? What are the levels to watch? Most importantly, should we short it? Should we long it? All of that, we'll talk about that. I'll provide, as I said, important levels, but before that I want to let you know that none of this is any financial advice and it's only for education purposes. Please do your own thing. I'm just sharing here my opinion. All right, so let's jump right into it. Okay, a bit of background. You are already aware about the videos that I have done on ARM that $164 is where this thing can go all the way up to. We have been having these pivots. Since then, I have been talking about that we have been in an uptrend, and especially getting out of this blue box down here from $115 and above, and is what has also given us this another great upside, because this all resistance zone that was in this blue box, ARM got out of it, and then since then thereafter we have been also in an uptrend, and that's what I have been saying since then, guys. 164 is where this can go all the way up to. So we got that place. We went even higher than that, and then we had a sell-off on this. But is this sell-off bearish? Not so early, all right? Even on this red candle, I talked about in my video that, guys, you are better off playing still an intraday uptrend, let it cool off. As long as we are above $150, we are still bullish. And you can see on this day, this pullback at that level got bought back up. And structure technically is still bullish. We'll talk about what is the next possible intraday play that could come. This was one of those that we talked about, that you are still better off playing the pullbacks to the upside. Why so? Because structure is still bullish. Take the profits in the extensions, right? And you can reload into the rebounds intraday. At least these, look, this is quite a strong extension, so your pullbacks would also be deeper, so you had to be prepared for that. Now let's go to the, so you got my point. Structure is still overall bullish. As long as we are above 150, we are still bullish. If this has to become a distribution phase up here, we have to see first the distribution here and then break off certain levels, but I'll talk about that eventually if that happens. Right now, one red candle, one green candle is not a distribution phase. It's still, the structure is still bullish, and you can see pullback has been bought back up. Okay, let's go to the hourly interval and let's talk about there a couple of things. So we are still above 200 hours moving average as well, with that significant level support above 150. You can see that's where the almost the buy was. Now what from here? Let's talk about intraday. So intraday, this current cool off that is ongoing, right? Like there is this downside on this right now, but since the pullbacks are getting bought back up, you are still better off. And well, not just pullback getting bought back up, overall trend is still bullish, right? ARM, this green candle that we have on this on hourly interval is a strong demand candle, and also because since we are in an uptrend, that's why we have to see where the demand candles are. Intraday play is very simple. If we lose 158 and 61 cents, we may come down to again a little bit lower, all right? But I won't say that it's going to become bearish. No, that will just be a cool off, which we have to see the second time in down this area. If it gets bought back up again, that's still just an intraday rebound play back to the upside, because structure is still bullish right now. And if we continue above 164 here, let's say not even just that, if we get above 161 and 52 cents, most likely we will again start to go up like 167 and 177. So those are the levels on the intraday that you are watching. I won't be surprised if we do another retest of this all-time high. Before this thing even has to go bearish, if let's say that's something you are looking for, it's going to take a couple of days, even if, but what we have to see in the price action for this to become a distribution phase is this thing can do some more upside couple of days, and if we start to see then lower high here, or the retest failures up here in the all-time highs range, and we have a sell-off happening here, then we can start talking about that, okay, it's going into the distribution phase. But until then, since we are in the uptrend, distribution phase are better traded or these pullbacks are still better traded, just like in this example, that pullbacks, when you see the price action confirming on the lower time frame support at these important levels, just play the intraday rebound. So for example, if I take you to the 5 minutes interval, you can see it started falling off, but as we got closer to the significant level, this good green candle came and took out the previous red candle and just shot straight back up. So these are the things, guys, you gotta be watching on the price action. All right. Okay, so more things that I want to talk about is, yeah, if this becomes a distribution phase, then we have to see failures up here. If it goes up there, and then we need to see a final rejection again of one of these significant level, that will take not just a couple of days, I would say more than a week for this distribution phase if it becomes to complete. And that's why I'm saying your better bet still is at least intraday, still try to play the rebounds as long as we are above $150, and pullbacks are still a buy on this thing, and then take partial profits and intraday profits already, because we are extended, I get it. So swing position I would not recommend. You can go and do whatever you want, but I would stay away from the swing position. And then we'll see if eventually it starts to cool off here, or it just continues with this next level slowly and slowly up again. So if you don't see wicks here, red candles here, and you're seeing slowly and slowly ladder steps again, it's eventually gonna break out, because structure is still bullish, guys. So it's better. Right now, I'm not seeing any confirmation of the swing short. So why to even trade short, right? And if I see any of that, I'll talk about it. All right, so that's ARM. Let's actually take a look at how the short volume data is looking like on this thing. If you need access to my tools that marks these automatic levels and everything, links to my tools are in the description below of this video, which you can also this short volume data and everything as well on day-to-day basis. All right. Now, we as talking about short volume percent, guys, it's not that high. Even on this day, you can see we only have 14, and the short volume on this thing was like anything above 25 is, I would say, is high. But you can see in an uptrend, when we have even, look at it, sellers were trying to come in at these previous supply zones over here, 27% short volume, but it just one variable, right? And if the price action is not confirming short volume, right, you are seeing a green candle, that means short sellers are failing to push it lower, and that's what also leads to the squeeze, because now all of them are covering as well their position. Yeah. So, and up here, I'm not seeing high short volume though. So it's still just a normal sell-off or profit taking that is happening over here. And the better way to trade with this short volume data is when you see consecutively high short volume coming in, right? But then you're also seeing that it's going, price action is looking weaker and it's going into the distribution phase. Then if high short volume percent comes, that usually breaks to the next day, right? So that's something you have to watch on the next couple of days. But this is just one of the variables though, right? You can't just say, oh, there's a high short volume shorted. You have to see the price action, because if the price action is still looking strong, like you can see in an uptrend there, this 27% day on the short side, you can see since the price action was still strong, I don't know why short sellers were trying to sell here, because they were like, oh, we're in the supply zone. But yeah, but the price action was still strong, and you can see we just shot up straight up here, right? Anyways, guys, so that's ARM for you guys, and yep, that's all. If you found it helpful, valuable, hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you in my next videos. Bye.